All righty. So time for a new consulting call. We just had all kinds of technical glitches, so we're starting this bad boy over. So yeah, we were started to talk about, basically the importance when you're a new consultant that feeling supported is key because you're going to feel overwhelmed, okay? Whether you're a new consultant or you're somebody that's been in the business for 7 years like myself, you're going to have periods where you feel overwhelmed. And that's kind of why it's important, to really stay connected with whoever your upline is, because that's going to be our job, is to help you kind of transition into getting your business where you want to have your business. So we're all going to have different goals in this business, whether they be, promoting to a director, or whether it's, doing one show a month, or whatever that looks like. It's going to vary from consultant to consultant. So I would guarantee if you would ask everybody that's on here right now what their goals are, you're going to hear they're all different. And so what I think for me that I've always stressed with my team is that I'm never going to push you guys to do something that you're not comfortable with, okay? So I'm never going to say, Susan, you have to do 10 shows this month. No, you're never going to hear me do that, okay?
You won't hear me either.
Yeah, I want you guys to be comfortable within your own skin of your business, okay? That's what's really important. And so one of our first kind of conversations that we try to have with new consultants is about goal setting. So if you are a brand new consultant, you're going to have this book, which is called My Recipe for Success. Susan, did you get this with your kit?
Yeah, I just got my kit yesterday.
Oh, yay! It's like Christmas. So this is the bedrock of our business, okay? Even the Lakins of the world that have been with us for a while, whenever you're stuck, what I would tell you is to pull this book out, okay? I've actually been really digging back into this book, and it really does have all of the pieces of our business, whether it be from bookings to recruiting to customer care, right here in one book, okay? So all of the information that you need from a new consultant to a 90-day consultant to a 2-year consultant to a 7-year-old consultant is going to be right in here. So we're going to kind of walk through the getting started, chapter 1, a little bit. And, passion goes a long way in our business, and you really have to love what you do. Those of you guys that know me know that I absolutely am in love with my business. I have been forever and ever. But there's also periods where I question myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, do I want to do this anymore? And the answer always comes back to yes, I love what I do. So Susan, this book, when you get in there, it's going to have kind of a checklist for you of things to do in your first 24 hours, your first 48 hours, your first 72 hours. And don't feel like you firmly have to stick to that. It's really just a guideline for you to make sure that you're reaching all of the first steps in some kind of period of time, okay? Now, our schedules are all also going to be different. I do this as my full-time income. It is my full-time job. So, and I'm also a stay-at-home mom that doesn't work a full-time job outside of Pampered Chef. So I do have a lot more time to, kind of throw my businesses way. Ew, I just like drooled on myself. That was great. Nothing like a little token of humor in there. So, your schedule might look a little bit differently starting out with Pampered Chef because maybe you work a full-time business. Maybe you work a part-time, or work a full-time job. Maybe you work a part-time job, or maybe you don't, okay? And Pampered Chef is just something you want to do for a little bit of extra money. So that's always going to vary from person to person. So, Susan, do you have a job outside of Pampered Chef? What do you do for a living?
I'm a medical assistant.
Ooh, yay. That's fun. So is that a full-time job for you or is it a part-time?
Full-time.
Okay. And what is your schedule normally? I love that stuff.
I'm usually off on Thursdays, but next 2 weeks after today, I have to work someone's vacation.
Okay.
I don't go in. I work full days on Monday and Wednesday. Tuesday and Friday I go in half days, and Saturday I work half day.
Okay.
So Tuesday, yeah.
Are you in a hospital or a private practice?
It's a private practice, but it's located in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's especially ENT and allergies, so we do a lot of shots.
Yeah, so someone like you that, you already have a full-time career, and I'm sure you love doing what you do, because most people that are in the medical field love what they do or they wouldn't do it. She's probably like, yes. So I'm never going to expect you, because you already have a full-time job, unless you were to say, Becky, I want more for my business, or Tiffany, I want more for my business. We're only going to push you within the bounds that you set with us. Okay. So if you say, this is what I want to accomplish for my business, then we're happy helping you to reach whatever that goal is, no matter if it's a small goal or a big goal. So there are lots and lots of rewards for a new consultant in their first 90 days, though, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, a little bit more in detail. Is, within your first 30 days, Susan, you signed up in the month of September. And so when you submit $1,250 in sales in your first 30 days, then you are going to get a free quick cooker, okay, which is like all the rage. It's our brand new power cooker, tool that just came out on September 1st. So you'll get that for free. It's a $240 value. On top of that, you also get 100 Pampered Chef dollars. So Susan, when you signed up, did you do the $29 quick start kit, or did you get one of the other kits?
I got the next one up.
Okay, awesome. So what's nice is that you are going to have products where some people that started out in September are not going to have products because they chose to do the quick start kit. So what's nice is once you've qualified, and that's kind of the first goal that is a really good goal for any kind of business, because it's going to help you get momentum in your business. You're going to get 100 Pampered Chef dollars. So if you're somebody that bought the quick start kit, that 100 Pampered Chef dollars can kind of help you, create your own kit, so to speak. And for you, Susan, you could use $100 toward anything you want, because you already have some products. But the important thing with the Pampered Chef dollars is you don't have to spend them. You can save them. Okay. Number 2, you can save them and buy business supplies with them. And number 3, you could save them for a rainy day when you feel like blowing a little bit of money, right? And then it's free money because it's not coming out of your pocketbook, which is really nice. So not only do you earn Pampered Chef dollars in your first 30 days, you also earn them in your first 90 days. For every $12.50 that you submit in your first 90 days, you're going to get 100 Pampered Chef dollars each time, which is pretty cool. Lakin, how many Pampered Chef dollars have you earned?
At which time?
I know, right?
Because when I re-signed under you, I think I earned 300. And when I re-signed the second time, I think I earned 200. So
Yeah.
I've probably earned well over, just in those 2 times I earned 500, but I think I've earned probably close to 600 or 700.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And what did you spend your Pampered Chef dollars on, Lakin?
I bought some business stuff, and then I stocked up, like for vendor shows, I got some cash and carry stuff, and then I got stuff that I wanted, like the
But it was nice, though, because it didn't have to come out of your pocketbook, right? You earned it by reaching those small little milestones within your first 90 days of your business, which is really nice that they give you the ability to do that. And so I want to explain a little bit why they do that with new consultants. And it really is just that. It really is to help you get momentum in your business. So the most successful companies in the world, in their first 90 days, that's when they push. Because if you have a healthy business in the first 90 days, then the chances of you still being in business a year from that point are about 80%. Okay. You need to have that momentum and get that traction. And so what we recommend with people is that do as much as you can in your first 90 days. And if you decide that it's too much, given your lifestyle, and what you want your business to look like, then you can always scale that back some, and really kind of decide, okay, this was too much, or hey, I want more. I want to do a little bit more with it. You, because you are an independent consultant, you get to choose that. Okay, you get to decide what your business looks like. So Susan, do you have an idea of if you want to do virtual parties, you want to do cooking shows?
Probably more virtual, but I might do the cooking because I do have like food background. We used to have a restaurant. My husband's a chef. My son's a chef. So, so
is your son still a chef?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. He should be your first consultant on your team.
I doubt that he would do that.
You never know unless you ask. So that leads me into my next point. Okay. So once you have an idea of what your goal is with your business, I really believe in this business, you have to have some kind of goal. Mine, and I know it's going to sound scary, but I want you to remember that my goal is not going to be your goal. My goal is to do at least $6,000 a month in sales myself with my own personal business. And that's because I can then pay the bills that I want to pay with Pampered Chef. So I would strongly recommend that you kind of sit down and figure out, okay, so I'm doing this new thing called Pampered Chef. What exactly do I want from it? Do I want to make $100? Do I want to make $500? Do I want to make $1,000? Okay. Decide how much income you want to make with Pampered Chef. Again, no matter whether it's big or small, it really doesn't matter.
$1 million.
Okay, we'll sign him up and we can start working on that.
Yeah, there you go. Fast track to executive.
There you go. So once you know what that number is, if you're really, really committed to making that money with Pampered Chef, I'm a firm believer of taking that money and tying it to one of your bills. Okay. And again, I know that's going to sound scary for a lot of people. Me, I pay my mortgage and my car payment with my Pampered Chef business. And what holds me accountable to working my business is knowing that my income needs to pay for those two bills. So no matter if that's, okay, maybe you're on a smaller scale and you just want to, put gas in the tank every week from your Pampered Chef business. Maybe that's $50 a week. Maybe it's you want to pay your water bill. Maybe that's, $75 a month. Tie whatever income you want to make with Pampered Chef to a bill because that's going to help to hold you accountable to reaching your goals. Okay. So that's definitely always my biggest recommendation. Once you know what your goal is with your business, then I want you to share that. Share that with whoever brought you into this business, so that they can then share it with me if I'm your upline. So Susan, I would say to share that information with Tiffany so that she knows. And then, Tiffany's going to have an idea of how to help you to reach that goal. Okay. So we're big on breaking that number down. So if you say your goal is to make $200 a month, okay, with your business, then we can say, okay, so I know the average consultant makes about $100 to $125 per party. And so how many shows is that going to equate to per month? Okay. So that's where we're going to help you figure out, from your financial goal, how many shows that breaks down into, and then from there, help you to get those shows on your calendar. So that's kind of always my starting place. So in your, My Recipe for Success book, there's a little place where it says new consultant action plan. And so what I would recommend for a new consultant is to sit down, okay, and actually put the pencil to the paper and figure out what your plan is going to look like. And then again, once you have that plan written down, snap a picture of it and send it to whoever recruited you, okay, so that they can see it. There's nothing like having a partner in this business to help keep you accountable, okay? So no matter if that's Tiffany helping to keep you accountable, Susan, or Lakin, me kicking your butt around a little bit here and there, sometimes we have to give permission to people to help us reach our goals, okay? Because I'm a big believer that unless you give me permission, I'm not going to kick your butt around, right? Tiffany knows that. I just let you reach your goals, be happy with that. But when you tell me you want more from your business, then I'm also going to help you to, to try to reach that, whatever the more is that you're looking for in your business. So breaking it down very simply, set your goal, communicate it with your upline, fill out your new consultant action plan. And from there, you're going to work on your calendar. Okay. So then that's when we would start talking about training, doing trainings, and actually working on building your calendar and what it's going to look like from there, once we know what your financial goal is for yourself. So Susan, do you have an idea of what you would like to accomplish financially with Pampered Chef?
Yeah, making a little bit of extra money would be great.
Okay, and how much is a little bit?
Probably another maybe $400 a month to our budget.
400? Okay, that's a really good number to start off with. And I'll tell you why. Because it's actually doable, okay? $400 is actually very doable. If you would have said like $2,000, I'd be like, hey, we can definitely work towards that, right? But 400 is a very attainable goal. It's going to make you stretch a little bit, but then it's also going to be something that you can reach and be proud of, And normally, 400, you kind of like, once you reach that $400 mark a couple times, you're like, oh, maybe I can stretch a little bit. Maybe I can add one more show to my calendar and, grow a little bit. So, Lakin, what is your financial goal?
500.
500? Okay. And Beth, do you have a financial goal?
Yes, I guess. It kind of changes every month.
Okay. Is it
everything with finances always change every month. So, I don't know, probably more around the $500-600 mark is always my goal. But
okay.
I welcome any of it.
We would always welcome income, right? Income's a good thing. Tiffany, has your goal changed at all?
After seeing this paycheck, yeah, I want to keep that paycheck.
Tiffany wants to keep her paycheck.
Yeah, after I don't know if I had more of a sales goal versus an income goal.
Right.
So my goal from the beginning of this year was selling 2,500.
Right.
So I never really set an income goal because it wasn't income for me.
Right.
It was just something to fill a bank account for Patrick and I to have like a safety net if we needed to dip into it. So yeah, I never had a sale or a income goal. It was always a sales. It still is. But yeah, anything over 500.
You're funny.
Close to what I'm this check, I like that every month.
Well, that's what we're going to write down as your goal, this check, right? Because we want to keep you there now that you're there. So
wow.
So that's the beauty about doing what we do. Okay. So Susan, let me ask you a question because of all of us and Tiffany, actually I'll ask Tiffany and you, how often do you get a pay raise at your employment?
Well, I just went full time at this place in January. I was actually working two doctor's office, and I quit the one. Not too often.
Not too often. Okay.
Oh no, not too often.
And Tiffany, how about for you?
Well, working at Ulta, they just, like, to be competitive, They just gave everybody a $2 raise.
Okay, per hour.
So, and that was after like the people that had been there like years, they got their evaluation. So they got an equivalent to $2, but it was how they broke it down was whatever they gave them as far as their increase, they got the remainder to add up to $2. But as a new hire, I got the full $2, which people were upset about that. But anyways, so it's every year, but I don't know. I haven't gone through an evaluation as far as a raise evaluation. So I don't know what the percentage is or how they even do that yet.
But I think most people would agree on average, most companies give a yearly raise, right? And most of the time it's either a fixed amount or a percentage of your actual income. And so what I love is that no matter whether you're a new consultant or again, you're a 7-year consultant, at any time you decide you want a pay raise, you can give that to yourself. Okay. And there's lots and lots and lots of ways that you can give yourself a pay raise, no matter whether it is adding an extra show or 2 to your schedule and, you know, increasing the amount of commission that you're making percentage wise, or if you start to grow your own team. Growing your own team is the way that you can give yourself the fastest pay raise in this company. And so again, it goes back to the extra perks of being a brand new consultant within your first, 90 days to 6 months of business. When you start to share this business with people, you're going to give yourself a pay raise. Plus, you also have the chance of opening up the door to cash bonuses through our Fast Track to Director program. So again, that's going to be something that I want you to explore. Never any pressure to do that. I think that that's a level of commitment that you have to have going into this, that you would be open to something like that. But I think the most important thing is for you to know that anytime you want a pay raise, you absolutely can give yourself a pay raise at any single time with Pampered Chef, which I love. We're joking with Tiffany with her just promoting to a director about what her pay raise looked like. And I got to actually sign on with her and show her what her pay raise was. And I think she was a little surprised when she promoted to a director what that pay increase looked like. As was I when I just promoted to an advanced director. I was a little bit shocked and happy with that. So I just think it's important for you to know that that opportunity is there for you. So at this point, what I would say to any new consultants is that, if you go into this with an open mind, knowing that whatever you get or whatever you put into it, you're going to get back out of it. That's really what's most important. Okay. If you're somebody that expects that everybody's going to beat your door down, knowing you're a Pampered Chef consultant and everybody in the world's going to want to book a show with you, it's just unfortunately not going to happen. Okay. So in this business, it takes work, to get anywhere you want to go, just like any regular job. In order to advance in a company, a day-to-day job, you have to work for it. And so really it's the same kind of mentality with Pampered Chef. Right, Lakin? We got to put the extra effort into it. So at the same time, Pampered Chef is very conscious of our life and knowing that our lives change from day to day and life happens. And so, they give us a bit of grace with our business to know that things are going to come up and life is going to change. And what you want from your business today may not be what you want from your business 6 weeks from now, or 6 months from now. But the one that controls that is you. You get to decide, what you want that to look like. So what I would encourage you, Susan, to do is stay connected with Tiffany, okay? She's going to point you in the right direction with your business, I promise you, or I'll kick her butt. Set your goals and communicate them with her. Do as much training as you possibly can, no matter whether that's on Pampered Chef University or calls just like this one, okay? Being able to attend training is really, really important because you're going to see right now that there's only a couple of you guys on here. But if you come back at 8 o'clock tonight, there's going to be a whole different group of people on here. So it's going to be the same way, whether, you know, you're on a call like this with a new consultant group, or you're joining us on this Sunday for our recipe night, or in a couple weeks when we do our monthly team training, that you're always going to get new information. You know, it's always going to be something new ideas, new perspectives from each other. And so our team trainings, I think, are really important to help people that want to be successful with this company to be successful. So what questions do you guys have?
Well, while you're speaking of the training meetings, for our team meetings, Susan, I know you asked me, it's just like this on Zoom, and it's every second Sunday of the month.
Third Sunday.
You changed it?
No, it's first Sunday is the recipe night, and then the third Sunday is team meeting.
No.
Yeah.
You changed it?
I changed it when we added in recipe night.
You did?
Yeah.
What? If you said it at the end, I wasn't on at the end.
Yeah. We changed it when I added recipe night to be the first Sunday of the month.
Oh.
I moved to give them a week between. So yeah, recipe night will always be the first Sunday of the month, and then our team training meeting on Zoom will always be the third Sunday of the month.
Okay. That I didn't hear. Sorry.
That's okay.
So that's the schedule now, Susan. And you can
Now,
also
is recipe night always on Zoom?
Where do you
Is
live?
recipe
Susan?
night? I live, I'm 5 miles from the High Line.
From the Ohio line?
Beaver Falls.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
So
Do
recipe
you know where
night
Beaver
is at my
Falls
house.
is?
Recipe night will be at my house, where we actually cook together for anybody that's local to me. But then I also open up Zoom so that you can kind of be there and see what recipes we're teaching. So it will always be open for you that way too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
like
because
this
I think I'm
Sunday,
probably about 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, you're about 3 hours away from us.
Yeah, 3 hours, I think. Yeah.
I mean, it would be worth it,
Yeah.
but you know,
You can
I drive 3 hours to the show sometimes. So
I have room at my house. You can stay at my house.
there you go. So it's
I might try it one time.
Okay.
yeah. It you know, the good thing about it is that you can mark those dates on your calendar and automatically know, you know, because unless something, you know, were to happen, like me get sick, which knock on wood doesn't happen very often, or, you know, one of my kids be sick because I don't want to, you know, expose you guys to illness. If it's respiratory, it's always going to be the same nights. And if it's a Zoom training and I'm sick, great thing is I don't have to share my cookies with you, you know? So you might as well forget it. I'm not canceling unless I'm like laying in bed and totally not alive. The great thing now is, though, that we have a director on the team that can help me with that should I be sick. Right, Tiffany?
I helped you when you were sick before.
I know. She's so awesome. So, yeah. So recipe night will be the first Sunday of the month, and then our team training will always be the third Sunday of the month. Okay? So what other questions? Lakin, do you have questions?
No, not at the moment. I think I just need some one-on-one time.
Yeah, I think you do. She needs some Becky kick my butt time.
Yeah, you can come over anytime.
Yeah. So when do you want to schedule that, my dear? Do you have time tomorrow at all?
Probably more.
In the morning, you said? What
Yep.
time?
Well, if we're meeting here, you know, the kids usually nap around 10-ish.
Okay.
Usually, unless Malachi's happy, then he doesn't think he needs to go to bed. He comes out of his room, happy. We'll go to bed anyway.
Oh my goodness.
Usually it's around 10.
Okay, so let's just plan for 10 tomorrow then. And if they're, you know, in a bad place and they're not sleeping and you need more time, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay. We can definitely do that.
Okay.
For sure.
Susan did have a question that she sent me yesterday. And she said she was a little confused about the Wolfpack PC dollars.
Okay.
So if you want to explain, that was the...
Yeah, so it's a new recognition program that I just started for the team. So September was the first month that it actually went into effect. And so basically, the way that you're going to do it is you're going to track all of your sales. Here, let me pull it up and let me explain it that way. It's easier if I pull it up. Okay, so if you go up into our group, up in the announcement section, you're going to see the instructions for it there. You'll see this picture right here, okay? So this is something that you're going to track yourself for the entire month of now October since you just joined.
Okay.
And so as you reach these different levels on here, so if you attend a monthly team meeting, you would put a check mark here. If you attend our recipe night, you would put a check mark here. If you're green by 15, you would put a check mark here. Green by 15 means that you're active with $150 in sales by the 15th of the month, okay? So if you see us throwing around green by 15, that's what it is. When you recruit, when you have somebody join your team, you would put a check mark here. So you're going to track each one of these things for the month of October. And then in the beginning of November, within that first week, you're going to take this picture as you've tracked it, and you're going to post it on our team page. Okay? To just basically brag on yourself for what you accomplished for the month. Now, each one of these check marks is going to give you a Pampered Chef dollar from me. Okay? So you have the ability right here to earn, I think, is it 20, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, $20 a month in Pampered Chef dollars if you were to accomplish all these tasks that are on the list. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know what that green by 15 was. I was like, oh.
Yeah, so green by, it's a way. The reason why green by 15 is really important is because basically, again, like we talk about momentum a lot. When you have sales the beginning of the month, it really just means that you're more likely to have sales the second half of the month too. And the way our paychecks run, when you submit any sales from the first of the month through the 15th, then you get paid on the 21st for it. And then anything you submit from the 16th of the month through the end of the month, you get paid on the 7th of the following month. So it just means that when you get in the habit of submitting the first part of the month and the second part of the month, you're helping to give yourself 2 paychecks every month. And that's why green by 15 is so important. And then from time to time too, I do extra little things. Like last month I had a group. If you went green by 15, I put you in this special little private group and did a bunch of drawings for prizes in there. So I try to change things up from time to time, just to add in some extra fun. But this is something brand new that we actually just started. So you've probably seen people on the team actually sharing this with their little check marks of all the things that they accomplished for the month. And so now in a couple of days, I'll be sending out Pampered Chef dollars to everyone through a message. And they'll be able to spend my money.
Hey. Okay. Yeah.
And have you navigated around in Pampered Chef University at all?
Some.
Okay.
I usually play at night and then get too tired and it's like nothing's, I got to get off air.
I think we all get to that point. I get tired of the computer, get tired of my phone, and I just put it down and just don't even look at it anymore.
Yeah, well, I'll fall asleep with my phone in the bed.
So, Tiffany, did she host a party for you already or no?
Yes. Yep. So I have already, I went through her, let me see, where's it at? Yeah. Ari went through her group and deleted out all the games and all that. And
Okay.
Susan, that's one thing. Just think of a name that you want to, I just put temporarily Susan's Pampered Chef VIP. Just think of a creative name if you'd like. Becky, yours is, what's your
Pampered
group?
Chef Pantry.
And mine's Breakfast with Tiffany's. Beth, yours is what? Your VIP group?
Dish it up with Beth.
Lakin, do you have a name for yours?
Yep, it's just Lakin's Pampered Chef.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, you can be creative. You can leave it how it is, but it's your group that, and she's been posting in it. She did like the Help with Cancer promotion already, so she has that all down so far. So, and I just changed your cover photo to give this specials for the month of October. I didn't know if you saw that. So it's yours. You do with it whatever you want. Becky goes live in hers. I post a lot of stuff from what Pampered Chef already posts on their site. And I'll post like if I cook something. It's whatever to get your people engaged. So you could always add more of your own friends on your Facebook page or to your page. So just to keep building
Okay.
your clients or customers. So, but yeah, that's already taken care of.
Okay.
So did you guys
Okay.
have any bookings to help start her off, Tiffany, or?
Not through hers, but no. Let me come pulling up. Hold on one second.
Ooh, the coffee is not working, girls.
Susan, have you reached out to anybody just to I did post in our party that she is now their Pampered Chef consultant, so they are aware of that.
No, I mean, I've just been trying to go through some of the stuff.
Yeah.
So, no. Like I said, it's rough. I mean, I work full time, plus I'm a caregiver for 3 family members, so it gets
Oh
a
my
little
goodness.
hectic.
Woo,
So,
girl. You make
I
me
know.
tired. I need another cup of coffee thinking about that.
If you,
so
what I would
yeah, I have.
is make a list for yourself of like close friends or family members that will help jumpstart your business, and from that list just reach out to them, let them know that you are a Pampered Chef consultant now. Becky, I tagged you in a post with words that Becky has already created for our team members through through Messenger that you could send out. You could even follow them and let them know. Just let them know that you need their help to jumpstart your business, and you would like for them to host a party for you. And once you get that first booking, we'll set it up together and then go from there. As far as the outline, we already have outline created. Becky takes the stress off of us by creating these wonderful outlines. And if you follow them and you get your host active like you were for your party, if you follow that step by step, it sells itself basically.
Yeah.
It's just you as a consultant and your host working together to get those orders to help the host have a wonderful party.
Come here. Mimi.
So again, when you're doing your launch list, if you look in your book, the one we've been talking about on 12, 13, and 14, you actually can write your launch list in here. And it gives you different categories. That way, sometimes you're like racking your brain and trying to think of people that might, fit on your launch list. And so this just helps you because it's different categories.
Yeah, I seen that.
Alrighty. All right. So Beth, do you
Well,
have any questions at all?
What was that, Susan?
I'm gonna have to jump off there. I'm gonna put my granddaughter down for her nap.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up anyway.
Let me know if you have any
Okay.
questions, but just keep working at the PC University, and I'll show you like the training for the virtual parties and the cooking shows as well. It's a great start. It's full of a lot of information for you to jumpstart your business as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Alrighty,
Okay.
my friends.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Susan.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.